Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Oh, I'd say we're almost out of episodes where I'm gonna get to say A Realm Reborn, but we really aren't. In the last part, we did the 2.4 story, finished that up, and now, it's time to do the dungeon! So, first, yeah, up anyway. First up, we have the Wrath of Qarn. Ah, there's an industrious ant. An adventurer in need of a bit of business, if I'm not mistaken. The anthill you want is Amajita & Son's mineral concern. Something's kicked it over good. They put out word for adventurers have skill, will move fast, that sort of thing. Perfect for you, old Warren. The client? A bit of a handful, might aggressive, but nothing you can't handle. The twins. You'll find at the Miners Guild. Talk to Seisei Ruka. He's the milder of the two. And we've got, it's definitely pirates. Definitely pirates. By the onion, you're Arya. You couldn't have come in a better time. A friend of mine sent word that he needs a capable adventurer, you see, and I naturally thought of you. Who's the friend you ask with none other than Commodore Raynor of the Yellow Jackets? He and I met back when I first started out as a culinarian, and we've been friends ever since. Any road, I'd appreciate if you'd pay him a visit and inquire as to what he needs doing. You'll find him in the Coral Tower with his Yellow Jackets. So, we need to go to Limsa, and we need to go to... Well, I'm gonna go to Limsa first, because that's actually what I meant to get first. And yes, you'll note there's only 2 this time. That's because one of the dungeons for this patch was in the story. That being Snowcloak. Hello, Raynor, who's definitely not making me think of StarCraft. Good evening to you, Arya. How timely. There's something I would ask of you. Ah, but where are my manners? Is there aught you require? Here at Blowzong's behest, you say, ha! That he should send you, of all people, as a stroke of good fortune indeed. Permit me to apprise you of the situation. You'll doubtless recall driving the Serpent Reavers out of Sastasha. Well, despite our best efforts to keep the place secure, I regret to inform you that it has been occupied by pirates. Pirates, I say, though eyewitnesses claim that they seem more akin to fiends from the briny depths. To be frank, we are not wholly certain what it is we are dealing with. I dispatched a party of adventurers to identify and eliminate the threat, but it would seem their courage failed them. But they were not you, my friend. You will fare better against whatever awaits within Sastasha, of that I have no doubt. If you'd be willing to assist us, pray report to Persia, who stands guard by the entrance to the caverns. Alright, over to Sastasha. Once I remember where I go. Ah, it's you. I take it you mean to help us again. Wonderful! You see those adventurers yonder? We sent them in first, but it soon became clear that they were unequal to the task. By my count, they lasted just under a minute inside before staggering back out, sucking for air like fish out of water. As such, we're no closer to ascertaining the nature of the threat, let alone eliminating it. You'll be going in blind, I know, but you've faced Sastasha before, and I'm certain that you can repeat the feat. Enter whenever you're ready. I look forward to hearing of your success. Sastasha Hard is now accessible. Yay! So I guess this is our... Who we're replacing. You're both sorry excuses for adventures. Hell, I'm hardly a paragon of my archer's lost self. Be partial to the odd drink, but what does it matter? We're here to have fun, so let's have some fun, eh? You'd better not be blaming me for that fiasco. In case you missed it, fearless leader, I was being busy dodging razor sharp pins at the time. Someone couldn't hold the monster's attention like he was supposed to. Let's actually queue up for this before I continue reading on here. Ahem. The care spell never came. If I hadn't had that potion on me, I'd be crab dung by now. Comprehensively failed in our duties, but we still came out alive, and at the end of the day, isn't that all that matters? Though I must admit, our leader came pretty close to losing his head in there. Always the healer. Always. Always. So, welcome to Sastasha Horror. First thing you'll notice is we don't have to deal with the dumb song that I really, really don't like. Yay! We have a different song for Sastasha. Got the intruders! Got the intruders! Squawk! There's a good chance that we're gonna be mass pulling here. Yeah, I may have to use a certain macro I made. Because it seems we have a rusher on our hands. So, we are chasing a parrot currently while we deal with some drowned deckhens and some crabs and some slugs that are up for our pits. Alright, and there was a steel door up ahead of us. You can see the enemies that just spawned. So, let's go ahead and I guess just regularly punch these as long as I can, as long as they're in range of me. Would be great. Getting distracted by real life stuff right now. What the heck? Alright. So, once we clear all of this stuff, you'll see this drainage pump here. That drainage pump is what we need to activate to clear our way. I think we can do it when all this stuff is here still. But I don't for 100% certain? Okay. Anyways, we do need to use it in order to clear our path, which will drain the water. Just like that. And spawn our first boss. Carl's boss. I mean Carl Labos. Sorry, I had to make the FF5 reference. So Carl Labos, not too much to really know about him, you know, other than the fact he does some stuff called bring you down to single-digit HP. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, there's nothing much to say about Carl Labos. So he's gonna spit up this gunk in the air, which will put a damage over time effect on whoever he has randomly targeted with it. And so the healer definitely wants to make sure to Asuna that right away because of aforementioned attack. So he now has targeted his prey. Now I have the slime effect on me, so you can see damage over time. Drawn in his prey. Damage up, haste up. And also stun the tank there, because that's who got targeted with prey. Are you not gonna do the, like, one thing I know you for? What the heck, Carl Labos? Oh yeah, now targeting like multiple of us with that. So the thing I'm talking about is he has a tail screw, which, oh, no, he was about to do it and then I killed him. We killed him. Tail screw brings you down to single-digit health. And yeah, it's great like that. So we gotta kill these piranhas before we can actually clear our path, as much to the tank's dismay here. Trying to run ahead. Yeah, the path literally isn't clear until you kill these piranhas. I'm probably gonna use my my fancy dancy macro I made. Yeah, seawater is drained, leaving a navigable passage. Please unearth some barrel crabs and a cave crab. And they're trying to play crab basketball with me, apparently. Some crab dribbling going on. So, we are going to have our first run-in up here with some lamias. Winches, whatever you want to call them. Is it my first run-in? Well, regardless. These brines are going to be coming up. The brines are going to do damage once they make it to the boss, or if they're killed. You want to kill the archer in the middle because that's the one that is spawning said brine. And once it's dead, of course, the brine stops spawning. what's a boss in? It's not a boss, it's like, look, the guardian of the room. That's a good word for it. So we're gonna have to do that, I think, one more time? Is it one more time? I don't remember if it's one or two more times. Well, at least someone's marking the stuff. Also, this thing has no aggro table, so now it's shooting at me, meaning I can't do my positionals. Why would it choose me? Pleasure. I know, I could have true north, but... Alright. Is there another room of those? I actually don't remember. No, there is not. So we're actually at our second boss here, Captain Madison. I believe that was the one that was in original Sastasha, right? The name of him, well, not quite the same here. So we've got Captain Madison. Captain Madison is going to be randomly shooting at things, spawning at, you know, the drill. The leech here is a healer, so we want to take care of that one ASAP. I want to forget twin snakes, as I am known to do. So like that. Yeah. It runs around all over the place. You want Lord of the Bath and punish us again? Get your poxy arses out! Over here, all y'all. So yeah, this one means it's gonna be spawning some ads. Got another healer in here. I should probably save my shoulder tackle for the charge. Die, you swiveling horsons! So now it's like shot at the healer and did the damage up on itself. And now we're also going to have as to do death throws, the binding thing that I believe Siren did? Sounds right? Yeah, so it's gonna bind. Stop this, you lot, take care of the rest. I'll be waiting for you with a surprise, assuming you live long enough, that is. So yeah, we all kind of got death throat there. Ugh. I'm sensing I should probably hit the macro. I hit the macro. That way the tank knows to not, to please be courteous. I got tired of missing parts of the start of the fights on these 4-mans. So anyway, more trash here. Wow, I'm surprised the treasure chests live. I am very surprised, honestly. Splintered chest? Okay, it's a crafting material. Got it. We can get our finished map. Refinished map. These poles are like just far enough away that I'm not getting to keep my stacks. This sucks, man. This sucks. So as we progress forward here and get towards the end, I believe our final enemy is going to be like spawning a bunch of stuff on us, I want to say. Well, there's good old Captain Madison back there, and the parrot that we've been chasing this entire time. Yeah, so the gate's still closed. We got ourselves some company, lads, in the name of Lord Leviathan. Make them and kill them and make them dead. So yeah, this first mate, Hairsman, is going to be doing this. It's also going to use the warrior special home gang on one of us, which it did, which binds you in place and makes it so you can't move. At least that's what home gang used to do. Also makes it so you can't die, at least when a normal warrior uses it, but you know. Well, we'll see if they listened. You've done well to make it this far, but you'll wish you hadn't. Me and my trusty pet something something. Release the Kraken! So, you may recognize this Kraken. I'm pretty sure it's the same one that was in Holdricker. Alright. So, Kraken. Oh my gosh. There's two ways you can do this. There's the YOLO way, which involves ignoring every single mechanic and just kind of going after the boss. And there's the not YOLO way, which involves killing these tentacles. And as I am melee, I'll just, I'm gonna focus on this one that's like right here. One that can spawn here anyway. So yeah, it's going to be doing this bloop stuff, which can put the blind status on whoever gets hit by it. Just a bunch of ink stuff that is generally going to blind you. Kraken cannot bear to bring its arms against you. So that's what happens if you do take care of the arms, is it's going to try and use its special move, and then it just can't. Because it cannot bear to bring them against you. Because, well, you kind of did beat him up. And here I am, going after this one. Seriously, it was like at 1%. So yeah, generally if you want to do the YOLO strat, you kind of just like chill off to the side so most of the tentacles cannot hit you. So Inkjet can't hit you because the Inkjet can only hit that front area. And you probably want either an Astrologian or a Scholar as your heal, just to make sure that you can kind of stay alive with some shields, as they are called. Wave Mage can of course do it, but it's a bit easier with Astrologian or, yeah. So Stranger Tides, it's special there. So let's go ahead and hit Braver, because it's almost dead, and we're not going to hit that second bar, and hey, to the Dungeons 5. Yay, we did it! We beat Sastasha! To try to drink some water at the exact same time. Alright, let's loot that. Not much to really note here. It is basically the same end room, except now there's like these puddles in the middle instead. So you can see like where the grates were before. Like this is where the grates would have been. But of course with the tentacles that kind of uprooted all that. And yeah. So that's Sastasha hard. That just leaves Qarn hard. Ugh. Qarn hard. I guess I have to finish up the quest here, don't I? Ah, you are returned. Tell me, were you able to identify your intruders? Men who looked like jellyfish? And you say they were Captain Madison and his crew? This is decidedly odd, but I know better than to doubt you. I will have the bodies retrieved for study that we might be better prepared to face such enemies in future. Your work here is done, friend. Pray make your way to Aleport. Commodore Raynor awaits news there, and will doubtless be glad of a first-hand account. Hey, we don't have to go all the way back to Limsa. We just have to go back to Aleport. Yay! So... over this one? Not loaded yet? Yes. I've already received word of your success. You do not disappoint, are you? Sir, a body has arrived for inspection. This thing used to be a man? Gods be good, how did this happen? A sight to turn the stomach. 'Tis well I haven't eaten. My lady, thank you for granting us your valuable time and expertise. Commodore, allow me to introduce Miss Sienna, foremost among the celebrated Professor Lambertain's students. Let us not stand on ceremony, friends. This man's unnatural form can be attributed, I believe, to the excess absorption of water expected ether. A living being can only absorb a certain quantity of ether before suffering adverse effects. To be altered so drastically requires a fatal dose, yet our subject here lived long enough to be struck down. A most peculiar case indeed. I've heard that the primal creates straws by showering mortals with its own ether. Could this be an extension of that process? I dare say you have struck the mark, Commodore. If being exposed once to a primal's ether is enough to corrupt the mind, it is plausible that repeated exposure corrupts the flesh. Manus and his crew had failed to hold Sastasha for their Sahagan overlords and expected this was their punishment. The fishback's depravity knows no bounds. To think the creatures capable of such cruelty lurk nearby. I shan't get another wink of sleep while I am here. Have no fear, my lady. My yellow jackets are sworn to protect Ailport and her denizens, and in light of recent developments, you may be certain that we will redouble our vigilance. Your words give me heart, Commodore, as previously agreed upon. By way of payment for my services, I shall hold on to the specimen for my research. Alright, off to Uldar. Heard about our petition, have you? And you'll do as we ask, no questions asked? No, we do as we ask, no questions asked. Great attitude now then in situations like this. No, this isn't right. I'll be damned if I put your sister's fate in a stranger's hands. I'm going myself. A brilliant plan, brother. Go blundering into the Sunken Temple of Qarn. The place is a death trap. What guarantees do we have that this adventurer can beat those traps? None. That's what. But you know better than any what these muscles are capable of. What the hell do you mean you've beaten those traps already? Wait, you're the reason Nineko's in this trouble? I'm gonna end you, I swear it. Calm yourself, brother. This adventurer's not to blame for what happened. Besides, she's perfect for the task. Let's do it again, shall we? I'm Sese Ruku, and this is my twin brother, Popo Cooley. As you have gathered, we need you to mount a rescue mission in the Sunken Temple of Qarn. After you defeated the temple snares and traps, the place was officially open for research. The concerned partner with the Order of Nalthal to fund an expedition. I and the research team was led none other than by Neneko, our little sister. She's the one who wrote the book on the ruins of Sildet, the research to end all other research on the place. Nobody except her was gonna figure out that Sildet and Ulda are both descended from the Beldonian civilization. The Sunken Temple of Qarn is the native rock. No way in seven hells was she not going to not lead that expedition. But who comes bumbling in? A band of relic raiders, that's who. The greedy horses set up a trap and now our little sister is stuck in that stinking place. Foxy bastards putting Neneko in danger. If they aren't Tumberry and Mince already, you can be sure that I'll end them myself. And that's the situation that stands. Talk to Baby Moon at the entrance to the temple and she'll let you in. You go and get Neneko out of there in one piece, you hear? Okay, if you say so. Welcome to the Stately Ruins. Ruin that was and is the Sunken Temple of Qarn. What a relief they actually sent someone who's been here and knows the drill. These twins, they can be a little overbearing. They'll need some of that imperiousness soon enough, though when it fails on them to run the concern. In case you didn't know, those two are the chairman's progeny, them and Miss Neneko. You'll find him much changed within, thanks to those fool robbers. Take care, but not so much that you cannot make haste. Sunken Temple of Qarn Hard is now accessible. Oh boy. Always the healer. I mean, we didn't even try otherwise, but always the healer. And again, don't have the dumb music. Good set of dungeons. Not really, but music-wise, good set of dungeons. So, Sunken Temple of Qarn. We're still going to have gimmicks. Yeah. So gonna be gimmicks, and I have that hair in my eye. So we've got some Bildonian Knights here, and instead of going right this time, we need to go left. We can completely ignore the old puzzle because it's not even relevant anymore. At least as far as I know, it's not. Of course, good old me forgetting all about twin snakes again. Well, it seems like the take is slightly bit confused as to which version we're in here. So, alright, so we do have some Qarn facers. I did not practice this ahead of time, but I believe we're gonna have to kill that in time to be able to get stuff. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Or we might just need it in general to progress. It might be that. Like I said, I barely remember this dungeon. Like, I mean, I've run through it solo, but, like, with solo you can kind of just ignore most everything. So, a Sun Spirit falls from the within the cracked Qarn facer. So yeah, that's what we need out of those things. Those do not look like foxes. I highly disagree here. So the locked door here is why we need that sunstone. So of course, so far this dungeon is very go fast. Because these are like singular pulls. So let's go ahead and put the sun sphere into the door. Which fits perfectly, and here's our first set of traps that are going off. This does mean we can finally go ahead and kind of pull faster. So maybe the tank isn't going to. I don't know. You can definitely pull ahead here. Yeah, so obviously if you stand in those traps, you're going to take some damage. I want to say there used to be a chest in here. Oh no, sorry, you could not run ahead. They could have at least gone off the trap. So, there's the end of the dungeon. Yeah, no, we can't go there. So this is Qarn. It shows you the end of the dungeon, and it's like, nah, we're good, we're good. So this is our first boss already. So for this, we're gonna have to pay attention to what part of the body has the orb. I think it was this one? Either this one or the arm. So yeah, it's gonna be putting these little sand pit thingies out. And once that is shattered, we get some ruin crawlers, general ad phase. And it comes back, and now we want to deal with the tail, because, well, that's the one that showed the orb. So yeah, whoever gets that marker does need to go ahead, run off, and put down the pit and the little sand orb pulsing attack. So we just have to repeat this for every single body part. Yeah, and of course, as you saw, or no, we just had to repeat this enough times so that I couldn't get away. Ugh. So if you stay in that long enough, you do die. Just saying. So this can get a little bit messy after a while. Alright. So we're finally at the end here. Yeah, this is just kind of a mess of a boss, if I'm honest. A little tank buster there. And we can progress onwards. as the ninja kind of just runs on ahead. So I still don't get why people, like, pass on during dungeons. At the very least, you can turn it in for company seals. Like, that's pretty invaluable, honestly. So yes, we... Oh, no, we don't have to kill these quite yet. We can progress on to the next room, and you'll see a head and a hand. I believe this is kind of an FF8 reference here. One of the castle bosses. I believe. So, we are going to want to defeat the hand first, because it's going to grab a person, probably the healer, because it just did. I'm just going to say it does that all the time. And it also tries to do this attack in the direction of whoever was seized, so if you don't free them in time, they'll get smashed by that. And pretty basic little mini-boss here. I guess you can call it a mini-boss. I guess it counts. Oh my gosh, we might actually be able to do a pull here. Not just like 3 enemies. Yeah, we can pull a whole like 7 enemies. Basically a Christmas miracle, honestly. Here to have a friend. So again, you see the spacer. It does mean we have another sunstone coming up here. It is unfortunate, but it is true. Oh, sorry. A moon sphere, not a sun sphere. A moon sphere. Help if I look at the side one and then instead of trying to drink water. How dare I stay hydrated? So we've got a locked door, which of course the moon sphere will fit perfectly into, and now we've got 2 hands! So yes, we're gonna have to now deal with 2 hands instead of just... And I've been seized now. So I guess it just grabs whoever? Yeah, just grabs whoever. Because I got grabbed, the tank got grabbed, and... yeah. Anyways, this one seems to be dying a little faster. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. That opens up our path, which will bring us to our second boss, if I remember right. As I right-click out the window. So, we've got Samotender Imperatriz. Imperatriz? Yeah, so the big thing here is we need to deal with the ads in this fight. Because they're gonna buff her. And I believe if she starts counting needles like that, and ads are not dead, she will not lose count. She will keep counting, keep counting, keep counting. And yeah. Go ahead, AoE down here. And... ow, I got hit by that. What the heck? I was being a little risky on staying in there. Now we've got Guardia, which is going to cause her to have a big defense boost. Now we... yeah. Of course, if you don't kill that, then she won't lose count there, and that's fastest boss. So, let us continue onwards. And we are going to now have to find a star sphere. But if I remember right, we don't actually have any more facers. We have Tomb Raiders. Where's Lara Croft? I think use her here. Maybe that's what they're inspired by. It was Lara Croft. That's why they're doing this. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. So yeah, a star sphere has dropped from one of them. Of course, you could just try and run ahead without it, but you'll kind of get stuck. It's not pretty. I mean, I say it's not pretty, but you literally get stuck like one room ahead. So now we're gonna start seeing mummies. Well, at least we feel like we're in an actual temple now or something. So let's go ahead and avoid the rotting bandages. I really don't want to get hit by those, actually, if you ask me. And clearing them, we'll clear our way forward to find more knights and another mummy. What's a little tomb raiding without some zombies, right? Something like that. With the knights dead, the door opens up. And hey, look! It's the start of the dungeon! Hey, I saved my stack. So you'll see a magic pedestal here. I honestly have never learned how to do this pedestal. I kind of let everyone else do it. When I ran through this solo, I may have had help with solving it. May have. So you do have to clear out these enemies here. And we do need to solve traps. Alright, and that opens up our side path, which we do need to solve in order to progress. Oh gosh, I don't know which one is here. Oh, it just tells you. Okay, let's just put the moon sphere here. It fits perfectly, which lets us use this middle pedestal. Of course, the other one was for the sun, and the star goes in there. And we have made it to the end boss. I didn't use my macro, so hopefully they don't pull it without me. So this boss is watch the walls. Otherwise, you're a mummy. You might end up being a mummy anyway, because this boss can be hard to track. It looks like they haven't pulled it, so that's good. So, Vicegerent to the Warden. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be a watch the walls sort of boss. Because you'll see him come up like this, and out will come some mummies. I don't know where the tank is going. Because if you're hit, you get Curse of the Mummy. A stack of 4 results in mummification. So ideally what would have happened is we would have gone that way, because there wasn't any over there. Fortunately, we didn't do that. And now we have some there. It's just that one side this time, maybe. Yeah. And like I said, this is literally just watch the walls. The boss, when I first did this back in the day, I was so confused as to what the heck you did on the boss. It didn't make any sense to me. Not gonna run it there, because that is a no telegraph tunnel. Going to do it again. Somehow I'm avoiding mummification. Oh, and it now has a damage up buff. Okay. And now it's also chasing after someone, giving him a bunch of mummy stacks. Ah! We had a few mummy stacks going on there at the end. We're just like, just die already. I believe if you get that, you're supposed to like run away so you don't get the mummy stacks, but that's so close to dead. Oh my gosh, the minion dropped! Oh my my god, the minion. 5? 5? I rolled a 5 on the minion. What the heck? What the heck? That was not fair. It's like the first time I've ever seen that minion drop. I had to buy it for my main character. It might be super cheap now, who knows? Probably not, because it's an end boss drop. You're the one who caused all that commotion, aren't you? 12's sake, walk softly. And we found the sister. Now the truth of first and systematic, always, never forget. Now then, who are you? One of the apprentice haulers? Yes, I'm Niniko, but why would they be looking for me? What? Ancient traps have been triggered? I had no idea. I alone ventured into the deepest section of the temple, for the work there requires the most delicate of touches. I was completely oblivious to the commotion until you came. What of the members of my expedition? Please tell me they are safe. They may be dead. I may have punched them to death. Scarcely any survivors? God, to be good. I had known that we were coming to a dangerous place, but all those lives. Whoa, excuse me. But this is neither the time nor the place for mourning. Let's quit this place. I have a duty to notify our backers of this incident. Meanwhile, I ask you to go and tell Popo and say that I am fine. Alright, back to Ulda with us. Yes, where's Niniko? You better have good news or I'll let my brother do this his way. My dear brothers! Hello! I've worried you, haven't I? I'm sorry, but as you can see, there's nothing to be concerned about. Niniko, we've been so worried about you. We fear the worst. It's so good to see your face. I must thank you again, good adventurer. After we parted ways, I sent for a search party and we were able to rescue the survivors. Niniko, from now on, I'm going to accompany you on all expeditions. Those Billodians were real bastards about booby traps. It's not safe for you alone. Brother, she won't be alone because I'm going with her. Brothers, you forget your duty. Your place is with the concern. You are right that the temple is dangerous, but I can make it safe. All you need is to believe. We must look at the causes, the twin causes of today's incident. The people's belief that within lie magical relics under the ruins are now safe to traverse. Those temple raiders are already telling tales of deadly ancient traps in every tavern, but we'll let it be known that it's no ordinary danger that awaits. The Order of Nothal has agreed to vehemently deny that the temple's relics are cursed. The tales of looters found horribly dead afterwards were baseless. That should give instant credence to the opposition and end the looting. For a while, at least. Niniko, you're brilliant! I may be the strongest one, but you've got the goods upstairs. Right you are about our sister, puny brother, and I'm not going to stoop to stating the obvious. They say history is the gristle of the past, but in these ruins, the past is fleshed out again. That's what I love about his work. I won't let the raiders despoil the place. The ruins are not a mine to be dug and blasted for gil. If they want gold or gems, then let them join the Miners' Guild and toil for them. Alright. And that does it for the 2.4 dungeons. That just leaves the 2.4 raid. Oh man. So next time we will go ahead and do that. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps her keep being content like this. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye bye.